Please take note that former Filipino citizens are those who have been naturalized in a foreign country. So if you have been a permanent resident even for several years or decades, if you have not been a naturalized foreign citizen, you are still considered a Filipino citizen. The rules are less restrictive for Filipino nationals or dual citizens or Filipino passport holders, but the rules are more strict for former Filipino citizens. Now, how long can a former Filipino stay in the Philippines? If you are traveling alone or with foreign spouse or children, you must be a national of a country under Executive Order number 408, and you can stay for a maximum of 1 year visa-free stay in the Philippines. Now, the foreign spouse or child must travel with a former Filipino or Filipino to stay for 1 year in the Philippines visa-free. Now, if a former Filipino is not a national of a country under EO number 408, the former Filipino or the foreign spouse or child or children will need an entry visa from the Philippine government or from visa.gov.ph. You can stay in the Philippines for a maximum of 59 days. So the foreign spouse and the foreign child must also have an entry visa. Now, all Filipino citizens can stay indefinitely in the Philippines. Please take note of the definition of a balikbayan. Who is considered balikbayan? There are only 4 classifications of passengers considered as balikbayan. These are either Filipinos or former Filipinos. The first one, a Filipino citizen who has been continuously out of the Philippines for a period of at least 1 year. Also a Filipino overseas worker. And third, a former Filipino citizen and his family who had been naturalized in a foreign country and comes or returns to the Philippines. And also immediate family members, the spouse and children of the balikbayan who are nationals of countries falling under EO 408, traveling together with the balikbayan. However, there are former Filipinos who are not entitled to balikbayan visa. These are former Filipinos and their immediate family members, such as a foreign spouse or foreign children, who are visa-required nationals, meaning nationals of countries not listed under Executive Order number 408. So that means they must secure entry visas prior to their travel to the Philippines. Now, who are entitled to balikbayan visa? These are former Filipinos and their immediate family members, such as spouse and children, from visa-free countries under Executive Order number 408. This means EO 408 is so important. Let's talk about the immigration entry requirements for former Filipino citizens. Here are the immigration entry requirements. First, foreign passport valid for at least 6 months plus Philippine passport, either old or valid. Also, you can have your foreign passport plus authentic birth certificate or PSA issued birth certificate or certificate of naturalization. You can also bring a certificate of adoption if you were adopted. Here are the immigration entry requirements for foreign spouse. First, you must have a foreign passport valid for at least 6 months plus authentic marriage certificate if traveling together. For foreign child, foreign passport plus authentic birth certificate. For adopted child, foreign passport plus adoption certificate. I will have different segments for this video for former Filipino citizens traveling alone and former Filipino citizens traveling with their children or foreign spouse. The rules are different. Here are the rules for former Filipino citizens traveling alone. If you are unvaccinated, partially vaccinated, or whose vaccination cannot be validated, you must comply with all of these requirements in order for you to enter Philippines. These rules are also applicable for unvaccinated foreigners, including unvaccinated former Filipinos, unvaccinated foreign spouses or children, and also unvaccinated foreign tourists. You must confirm with your airline and also the layover country if you have one. You must book a hotel that must be accredited for quarantine purposes. You must book for 6 nights. Also, you must have at least 3 negative tests before arrival, upon arrival, and on the 5th day of your arrival, during your quarantine, and before you will be released. To find the latest accredited hotels in the Philippines for quarantine purposes, go to onehealthpass.com website and click on this pink icon for the updated quarantine facility list. Go to the DOT or Department of Tourism list of accredited quarantine hotel, and you just need to scroll down. The first few pages will show you the different accredited hotels at NAIA Terminal 1, 2, and 3. And then as you scroll down, you will find the other accredited hotels in Cebu, in Davao, or in other places in the Philippines. So just make sure that you call the hotel to verify if they are still accredited before booking. And then you just need to present your booking certificate or that you have a proof of accredited hotel that you have booked ahead of time. For overseas Filipino workers, go to OWA accredited. All passengers must register to their One Health Pass within 72 hours prior to departure from country of origin. The most important thing to remember when registering is that you must keep a QR code copy, whether digital or printed copy. Please also be aware of a fake website collecting money. The One Health Pass is a free website. For former Filipino citizens traveling alone without booster shot and you are 18 and above, you must be fully vaccinated. Also, you must possess an acceptable proof of vaccination. In addition, you must have a passport valid for at least 6 months and must register to the One Health Pass within 72 hours. You must also present a negative RT-PCR test or negative antigen test. For all former Filipino citizens who are balikbayans and you are traveling alone with booster shot 18 years and above, you must be fully vaccinated. You must possess an acceptable proof of vaccination. Also, you must have a valid passport for at least 6 months. If you have a foreign passport, you must register to the One Health Pass within 72 hours, and no pre-departure testing is required because you already have a booster shot. Here are the requirements for former Filipino citizens traveling with their children or spouse. If you are a foreign spouse traveling with Filipino or former Filipino without booster shot, you must be a country included under 408 for visa-free stay. You must be fully vaccinated. Also, you must possess an acceptable proof of vaccination. In addition, you must have a passport valid for at least 6 months at the time of arrival. And you must also have a One Health Pass registration. And you must have a negative RT-PCR test or negative antigen test because you don't have a booster shot. If you have a booster shot, you don't need negative test prior to arrival in the Philippines. Here are the rules for minor children. Booster shot is not required. Also, the foreign child must be a national of country included under Executive Order number 408 if you wanted to enter visa-free. For vaccinated minor 12 to 17 years, no pre-departure testing will be required. And for unvaccinated minor 12 to 17, negative test within 48 hours or antigen test. If unvaccinated, the parent must accompany child during quarantine. Also, if you're a foreign child, you must have a passport valid for at least 6 months. Thank you guys for supporting my channel, and if you have any other questions or comments, please post them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. I hope everyone is staying safe and have a great day.